Building confidence is actually easier than you think. You just need to take action. Hello, everybody. My name is Sebastian, and this is my channel about personal growth and self development. And today I'll be talking about how to build confidence. Let's get into it. So, let's get into what is confidence. A lot of people think that it is an emotion or it is something that you feel, right? You want to feel confident, or um, it could also be a characteristic trait. Um, if someone is confident, you'd probably say, "Oh, that person is really confident." But the thing is, confidence isn't that, right? What I heard was that confidence is more of an action, right? You do something with confidence, right? So if you walk, you do it with confidence. Confidence is really something that you just build upon. It's like discipline, and it's not something that you're just given. You have to earn it in order to actually have that confidence that people talk about. The thing is, when it comes to confidence, people think that they need it to accomplish something. So if they're trying a new hobby, right? If they're trying something new for the first time and they don't really get it, the first time, and they just lose all of that confidence, right? They lose all of that motivation, and they speak poorly of themselves, which lowers confidence even more. So when you try something new, you're not automatically going to get it, right? A lot of us expect that we'll automatically be in touch with this certain thing, that we're going to be good at it, right? Because most of the times we're not. So the key to actually building confidence is just through continuous reps. Really is just the thing, you have to take action, and only then you can actually gain confidence. And from my experience, from what I had seen, was, I meet a lot of introverts, right? I'm friends with a lot of introverts. And when I see that they have like great knowledge of a certain subject or a certain thing, right? If they talk about something and, they don't really sound like they know what they're talking about, right? Because they're so used to, it just being themselves, right? They don't have that confidence to speak it out, right? Because they can know exactly what they're talking about, right? But the thing is, if they don't have confidence in their own voice, it's going to sound like they don't know what they're talking about. And that really just goes for a lot of the things that we do in our day-to-day life, right? If we're at work and you want to speak up about something, you need to speak up and have confidence in what you're going to say. So if you have a business or a service that you want to provide for someone, but you don't believe in it, or you don't have confidence in that service or business that you want to provide, then most of the times people aren't really going to want to work with you. Why should if you aren't really sure of yourself or your business, then why should people have confidence in you that you'll get the job done? So for the guys out there, I know y'all hear a lot about be confident, look confident, stand up straight, puff out your chest. But the thing is, if you're trying to be someone you're not, most 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get, the person or the reaction, or the conversation that you're really looking for. It's much easier if you just be yourself. I've seen this happen, and it's really funny when I see it because they try to look confident, but most of the times they'll just end up looking stupid. So don't puff up your chest. Don't try to flex on anybody, because nobody really cares. What matters is if you're sure of yourself. Be sure of yourself, not full of yourself. So having confidence just really means you know who you are and who you're not, and you're okay with that. So next time you go to talk to a girl, don't be someone you're not, right? Most of the time they're gonna like the real you. If you want to be more confident in a certain aspect of your life, you don't criticize everything that you do, right? You don't nitpick every single little thing that you do wrong. Instead, you learn from it. So what helped me build confidence was just taking care of myself. And I did things that, benefit me, and as well as just simple things that help me be a better person each day, as well as feeling good about myself. So when I took care of myself, I did things in the morning that, you know, actually benefit me. I got more sunlight, and I just did things like taking care of my skin, hygiene. And when you do that for yourself, you just feel so much better, and your confidence, just goes way up. So it's much easier to actually build it when you take care of yourself. And you might be wondering, why am I talking about taking care of yourself and then confidence when they seem kind of unrelated? But in a way they are, because you have to build the roots, right? In order to feel confident, you have to start taking care of the little things first before you move on to bigger things. So I want you to remember three things. Number one being confidence is not an emotion or a trait, it is an action. Number two, you have to start with the basics and then slowly build yourself up. And number three is the key to building confidence is through repetition and action. And that concludes this video. If you found this information helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.